Right, we're going to be doing an isometric drawing here of this object. Here is the answer of it, but what I want to do first is just to help you guys to see how to link these views together to find out what is what. Okay, so it's quite easy over here. I can drop construction lines down from all of the little parts over here. You can see a construction line linking up with that. You can see over here there's a construction line coming down here, and it links up with some hidden detail in there. If I come over here and I draw a construction line from that circle, there would be hidden detail underneath that. And you can just draw construction lines from all of the corners, and you can link it up with all of the corners on this thing over here. All right, there's the hidden detail linking up with that. Right, you also want to be able to link lines going across from this view across here, and you can see how that all links up very nicely. I find it very useful to do that right at the beginning before starting this drawing so that you can see where everything is on the drawing. Make sure that you can see where the hidden detail is. Okay, there's a hidden detail line over there, and that's linking up with this part over there. There's a hidden detail line over here, linking up with that part at the back there. And at the end of the day, there's a little bit of hidden detail over there, linking up with that, and hidden detail linking up with that part over there. Right. Okay, I also want to be able to link what's happening over here with this view over here, and to do that, I want to have a 45-degree line over here. How do I do that? Well, I'm going to take a line out over here from that surface, and I'm going to take a line out from this surface over here. Where they intersect, I can put a 45-degree line going up over here, which means that I can link what's happening on this view down onto this view over here. There it is. And you can take all these lines going across here, like that over there. What does that link up with on this view? There it is, coming down over here, and you can see my hidden detail line over there, showing me that I've got a hole going through this thing. And you can literally take all of the lines coming from here across and down into this drawing, and it just helps you to understand what's going on in the drawing a little bit more clearly. Right, so they've given us a point A over here that we are going to start out and draw some center lines, because it's basically in the middle of that center of that circle. So long dash, short dash, long dash, short dash, long dash, short dash, etc. Whoops, that's a good start. Then I'm going to draw another long dash, short dash, long dash, short dash, long dash, just getting the center lines in place over there. Once I've got that, I can then come along here and say, all right, they've given us a radius of, a diameter of 30. That would be a radius of 15 millimeters. So I set my pair of compasses to a radius of 15. And I come into my center over there, and I mark off 15 there, 15 there, 15 there, and 15 there on the center lines. I'm then going to draw in some construction lines over here, just to get that square that would go around the circle that I need to draw. Okay, there's the little square that I need. Okay, once I've got that, I can see that this thing has been sectioned through that circle. So I'm only drawing half of the circle. The little circle is going to come in around over here. I need to get my circle stencil over here. It is a 30 millimeter radius, so I can take my circle stencil story. Let's just get it lined up on here. There it is. And I can then draw in the circle that I need, rather than using a pair of compasses. Okay, once I've got that in place, the next thing that I'm wanting to look at is doing the hexagon over here. They tell you that it's 48 AF, 48 millimeters across the flats. In other words, from there to there. Now to do that, you set your pair of compasses to 48, and you are going to come over here, and you are going to measure off 28 millimeters 24 millimeters, let's get my maths right, 24 millimeter radius. Come over here and you're going to draw a circle with a diameter of 48 millimeters. Once I've got that in place, I'm going to come up over here and I'm going to draw in a line over there, line over there, and a line over there. Right, that gives me the construction that I need. I can finish it off, I suppose, giving me the full hexagon effect, but you can get away with just half of that hexagon drawn. Right, there we go. I'll draw the whole thing in just to make it easier to see. Right, you can see that I've got this length from the center line to that corner over there, and I've got my center line going across there, so I can take a measurement using a pair of dividers from the center to that corner over there, go to the center and mark that off on the center line. There's that one corner that I need. Note this length over here from the center to the corner is not the same as this center line to the center of that base line. Okay, so I'm going to take that measurement now, come across over here, mark that off on my drawing, and I'm going to draw a construction line quickly, going across there, and then I come back to this auxiliary view and take that length, which is half the length of that side, come over here, and I can mark that off on my drawing over there. And at the end of the day, I can start drawing in some lines. There is the base of my hexagon. There is the line going up to that side. Now remember, I don't need to draw the other side of that hexagon because it's been chopped away by the section. Right, I need another length from the center, coming up to the top over here. Mark that off, draw a construction line out over here, and I'm going to draw a line coming up from that point over there to give me the intersection that I need for my second line coming up there, and a line coming across over there. Right, once that's done, I can then start moving back. What is the distance going back over there? You can see over here, if I use my my story over here, you'll be able to see that distance. There it is, and there it is. Okay, so there's my 30 millimeter going back. I need to go back on these corners 30 millimeters. Okay, so I'm going to just draw a construction line going back over there, and I can then measure off 30 millimeters going back over there. 30 millimeters going back over there, and I can draw in that line going back over there. Right, I think that I need to go back to a corner over here, also 30 millimeters back. Just going to draw a construction line coming across over there, and I can draw in a line going back to there. I can drop this down as a construction line, and I can draw lines coming back over here. There we go. I've got this hole which is going up to that point over there, a hole which is going up to that point over there, and I can draw in a line which is going to go over there. Right, once that's in place, I can see that I need another little arc to be drawn in over there. This is a mark that many people lose. Draw a center line going back over here, okay? And we've got 30 millimeters going back to that point over there. Draw in another center line over here, long dash, short dash, long dash, dash, long dash, and you can draw in another center line coming down over here, long dash, short dash, long dash over there. Once I've got that in place, I can take my stencil over here. There's the correct orientation of this. I'm going to slide that across over here and get that lined up on those center lines over there. And I can then draw in that little piece of the puzzle. Right, okay, once we've got that in place, I can then continue drawing, there's a little triangular piece over here you can see, and the height going up to the top over here, well, from the center over here, it would be 40 to the top. So let's go over there and find the center and draw 40 millimeters up from there. Measuring off 40 millimeters, go to the center over here, make a little arc up there, and I can then draw a line going up to the top of the triangle. I can draw in a little line going down like that. Okay, and I then look at the thickness of this little piece over here. What have we got there? Does it give it to us? Doesn't seem to give us that measurement over there. Right. Okay, looks like they want us to work out what the scale of this drawing is, and I will do that for you now. Right, calculating the scale of this drawing. I've measured this distance over here, and I got 60 millimeters. It says that it is 150 millimeters, so to calculate the scale over here, 150 divided by the 60 is equal to, and that will give you 2.5, so it is a 1 is to 2.5 scale. Right, so I'm going to come over here. I'm going to measure that little distance over there. Take that to my ruler. I have 3 millimeters there. 3 or 4 millimeters, sorry. Let's just check that measurement very accurately. 3 millimeters. Okay, so I say 2.5 multiplied by 3 is equal to, and I get 7.5 millimeters. Okay, 7.5, I'm going to say that it's close enough to 8. Okay, so that little distance over there is 8 millimeters, and we are only drawing half of it over there, so that would be 4 millimeters in that direction. Right, moving on. Come over here, draw a little construction line, and measure off 4 millimeters going in that direction over there. There we go. I'm going to draw in that little line over there. Right, I'm going to take this method of transferring that line. I know that I need to draw another line parallel, so I'm going to slide that along, and I can then draw in that line which goes up to there. Right, okay, once I've done that, I then need to draw in this square story over here, and that is 80 millimeters. It's an 80 millimeters square. I've got the center over here, so I can just draw this construction line coming out over there, and I can measure off 40 millimeters. Measure off 40 millimeters, come in over here, mark that off over there, and I can then draw in a line coming down over there. Oops. And a line going across over there. Right, it then goes back. It says 20 millimeters over here, so I can draw in a line coming from that corner over there. Just a construction line going back over here from that corner and from that corner over there, and I can then measure off 20 millimeters going back there. 20 millimeters going back, draw in that line going over there, and a line coming back over here, and a line from that corner going across there, and it's going to come screaming down over here. Nice construction line coming all the way down over there, and obviously this is symmetrical around this axis story over here. Let's just find the center over there, take that measurement over there and swing it down to the bottom over here. I can draw a line coming all the way down to that point over there that I just marked off. Line coming out over here, line coming all the way down over here, and a line going back over here a little bit. except that I've got that little triangular story coming up over here, so I can draw in that little base triangle over there, which comes up to that point over there. And that is everything that I need for that section. Now, I can draw that dark over there. You can see the base of the hole goes up to that point. I don't see hidden detail going all the way across there. So that hole goes up to that point over there. And I can then draw in a whole lot of hatching over here. I've got a line missing over there and a line missing over there. I have drawn in a small piece of line over here, which I can erase at that point, and a small piece of line at that point over there, which I can erase. Okay, once you've erased things, just go back and make sure that you just fix up the lines that get badly erased. Right, once I've got that, I'm going to start out and I'm going to do some hatching straight away. Take your 0.3 pencil and do hatching. Note, I'm not hatching the web. There we go. Whoopsie. Right, that looks good. Okay, all the hatching done on there. Okay, I need to start looking at this part over here. What I would suggest is draw the circular part in first and then move back to the actual object that you've got to do. All right, so we need the center of these circles. Let's just find out where they are. I've got this center line coming back over here. So I'm just going to continue that center line going back, going back, going back. Right. There is a center which I just need to find over here. Let's just do that. Just going to take a line out from that center line and drop it down into this drawing over here to see whether I've got a measurement. There you go. There's my measurement. I think it's, there it is. That's 30 millimeter over there. Okay. So I can measure back 30 plus 30, which is 60, from that point over there. Let's take that 60 millimeters going back from there to there. And I can now draw a line going up over here, a center line. Okay. I can then figure out, well, I need to go to the top of this. That's 20 millimeters up from there to there. It says it's 40 over there, so 20 millimeters up, 20 millimeters down. Measure off 20 millimeters. Go to that center over there, mark that off, and I can then draw in my center line. So I'm just going to use a different color here for the center line. Center line coming across here, and a center line coming across here. Right, once I've got those center lines in place, I can now work out what the square would look like. It's a 40 millimeter radius on this thing, so I set my pair of compasses to 40 millimeters. 40 millimeters, go over here, mark off the 40 millimeters there on the center line, mark off the 40 millimeters there on the center line, mark off the 40 millimeters there on the center line, and mark off the 40 millimeters over there on the center line. Once I've got that, I can then go ahead and draw that little square story. There we go with the square. Draw that. Draw that. Draw that. And draw that in. Right, once I've got that square in place, I can now take my pair of compasses and I can start drawing an arc. Okay, the arc length is going to be I'll just get a pair of compasses that I can set more quickly, as I'm going to be winding these things out forever. Take my arc length from here, set it to from that obtuse angle to that center over there, and I can then draw in this arc which is going to come around over there. Right. Once I've got that in place, I need to draw in this small little arc over here. How do I do that? I take a line going from that corner over there of the square to that corner on the opposite side, and I'm going to draw in a line going from the obtuse angle up to the center of that square side. Where it intersects, I've got the center for this. Right, once I've got that, I can then just draw in this little arc over here. There it is, and that's the top of that circle. Right, continuing here, I think what we got to in this drawing was drawing that little arc over there. All right, we need to draw another little arc 40 millimeters down. So you can see that I dropped a line coming down. I measured off 40 millimeters. I took that same radius over there. I come down to that mark over there, and I draw in a arc which is going to come around and link up with the tangent line coming down over there. Right, we then needed to find the cut over here. You can see where A is over there, and I used that 45-degree line coming across over there and then dropping that down into my drawing over here, dropping that down over here, and I see that it links up with this 30 millimeters coming back over there and 30 millimeters coming back from the center line over there. So from that, it's quite easy. I've got my center line, and I can measure off 30 millimeters coming from that point, coming back to there, and I can then just draw a construction line down, a line coming out there, a line coming out there. Right, once I've got that in place, I need to find the midpoint of this. You can see that I've got this little 20 millimeter gap over here, which means that I really want to find the midpoint of that line. Quick way of doing that, take a pencil over here, just draw a construction line from that corner coming up at 60 degrees there, and drop a line at 60 degrees coming down like that, and then take a line going across horizontal, and you'll find the center of that line. Once I've got that, I can then measure out 10 millimeters on either side of that. 10 mils up over there, 10 mils down over there, and I can then draw in two construction lines going back from there and from there. You can see that that links up with the 30 millimeters back, which I've got over there because of the center line over there. So I can draw in this little story, this line coming there, line going across there, line going across there. I've got this thickness over here, which I can get because I need to draw in a circle. That second circle in there, it says that it's a 30 millimeter radius. I'm going to take my pair of compasses, measure off a 30 millimeter radius, go into the center over here, mark off 30 millimeters on there, 30 millimeters on there, and 30 millimeters on there. Once I've got that, I'm going to draw in a construction line square story. There, and there's my other 30 millimeter mark. I didn't make that on this side, sorry. Let's just mark that off over there. And there's my square that I need in order to draw the second little arc story. There we go. Place a pair of compasses at that obtuse angle, extend them out to that radius over there, and I can then draw in that little arc coming in over there. Right, I need the smaller little arc to link up over there. How do I do that? Well, I'm going to take a line going from this obtuse angle to the center of that line over there. And I've obviously already got this line going across the center over here. Okay, going horizontal across that center over there. And that is the center that I need in order to draw the secondary little arc. That little arc over there, linking up nicely over there. Let's get it a bit better placed. Come on. There we go. Okay, right, there's the second little arc. I can now draw a line coming out from there. I can draw a line going across over here, line going over there, that little line over there, that little line over there. Right, let's drop that down over there. I can draw in a line coming across over there, line going over here, a line coming across over here, line going in over there, over there, over there. Right, and let's just hatch that quickly. Draw that in. Take my 45-degree set square. Let's just draw in the hatching. Over here. And hatching going over here. There we go. All right, once I've got that, I can draw in lines coming across over there, line coming across over there, and I need the base of this thing, taking a line coming across over there. I need to draw in this arc at the back over here. Obviously, I found the circle center at the corner over there, so I need to drop that down in order to get that base circle. That is that radius over there, and that's going to drop down to that point over there, and I can then draw in that base circle coming around like that. Right, that's going to link up at that point over there, and I can draw in this line coming across there. Right, I think that that's more or less everything that we need on this drawing. I'm just going to draw that a little bit darker, and my drawing will be complete. Right, that is everything on the drawing. Hang on, there is another little hole on the other side. Sorry, there's another little hole on this side. Let's just take that across. So I've got some construction lines coming from there, construction line coming across from there. And to drop a line down over here. Right, and I can then draw in that line over there. This is going to come across. Let's just check how far across it comes. It comes all the way across, so I can't actually see the end of it there. Coming all the way across over there. I need to figure out the thickness over here, so I can just drop a line coming down from there, and I can draw a line coming across there, a line going across there, and a line going up over there in order to complete it. Right, there is that drawing.